Welcome back to the channel. Today's case is nothing short of a roller coaster. We've got a defendant accused of assaulting an EMS worker, a third-degree felony carrying up to 10 years in prison. But that's not the whole story. This man claims severe medical conditions, brain injuries, seizures, and even life-threatening hospital mishaps. The judge lays out tough options: prison time, probation, or a 3-year cap deal. But as the courtroom unfolds, questions of competency, health crises, and shocking contradictions dominate the air. Stick around, because this case isn't just about law. It's about life, medicine, and the razor-thin line between guilt and circumstance.
All right, Mr. Maynard, here in 24 CR 1913, you're charged with assault on it's an EMS. Let's see. Yeah, EMS personnel, which is a third-degree felony, which carries with it, you probably know intimately here, up to 10 years in prison. And in an abundance of caution, we have evaluated you, it looks like, twice for two different reasons at the request of the.
This is where the judge makes something crystal clear. Under the law, drug use, even if it impairs your mental capacity, is not a defense for assault. The only exception would be involuntary intoxication, like being unknowingly drugged. But in this case, the defendant's alleged impairment stemmed from his own prescribed or consumed medications. This moment shows how the law draws a hard line. Medical struggles might earn sympathy, but they don't erase legal responsibility. What do you think? Should courts make more allowances for people battling legitimate medical issues? Or does that open the door to dangerous loopholes?
This court and you, because of good reasons, we felt like you needed to get evaluated by medical personnel. You are deemed competent, and that in the other report regarding sanity. Is this one? Is this one? That the findings were that, yeah, I remember this set of facts, that your mental capacity may substantially have been impaired due to drug usage, which is, as you know, under the law, is not a defense. Voluntary use of drugs, what reactions you may have to that, and disturbing. Are you going to just interrupt me? Are you going to interrupt? She can't take. I just talked to the last guy, and she can't take when you're.
Here's where the case gets emotional. The defendant describes seizures, ICU stays, and a history of traumatic brain injury. He leans heavily on his wife, who also works in healthcare, to explain his fragile condition. This isn't just a courtroom. This feels like a hospital ward spilling into a legal battle. But while the story tugs at the heart, the prosecution's charge remains: an assault on a nurse. The big tension here is this: does the medical history make him less responsible, or does it make him even riskier to be unsupervised in society? Viewers, imagine yourself on that jury. What would you decide?
You're interrupting and they're all talking at the same time. Tell me when you're through mumbling.
Yeah.
Are you through? Okay, let me speak. And anyway, that is not a lawful defense. So you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. I think the state had offered
8 years.
cap of 8. They have gone down to that. They have gone down measurably to a offer of a cap of 3 years, which would, if that was accepted, you would be looking at no less than 2 nor more than 3 years in prison, based upon the court's determination. I can also place you on deferred or unadjudicated probation, and also regular probation, right? So you have 3 options there that the court can consider doing with the cap, the worst scenario of your of all of that is no more than 3 years in prison. So what are we going to do? Which way are we going to take it? He's talked to you. These are your options. It's time to make a decision.
Um, can I say,
Yeah, speak. Go ahead.
since the last time I saw you,
Yes, sir.
I have,
Done well.
no,
And then-
I had a seizure when I was here, last time,
Okay.
and I spent a lot of time in the ICU.
Where? Which one? St. E?
I was there first, and then she moved me to another one because I was not getting the proper care.
Now pay attention, because here the judge points out a contradiction. The probable cause affidavit claims the defendant attempted suicide by ingesting pills, but the defendant insists he didn't. Instead, he says his medical condition and sedation explain the chaos. This clash between medical records and personal testimony is huge. Courts often rely heavily on documented reports over personal recollection, especially when memory is impaired. And yet the defendant's fragile state raises doubt. Could the paperwork have misrepresented his reality? This is where truth, paperwork, and perception collide. Do you side with the affidavit or the defendant's lived experience?
Really?
She's
St. Elizabeth wasn't providing the proper care?
She's my caretaker.
Who is?
That lady right there.
Who is she?
She is my wife.
Okay, she's your wife.
Yeah, she works works dementia. I have, I had a traumatic brain injury and a head-on collision,
When was that?
a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And, I had severe seizures. That, caused me a lot. I was in the ICU for quite some time, since the last time I saw him. And I've been taking a lot of medications for I was gonna say, I've been sober and clean for 5 years.
This probable cause affidavit that resulted in this indictment of assault, this states that who is Lori Benaja? Is that her?
No, that's the nurse.
The nurse. Okay.
That's St. Elizabeth.
Okay. She was the one who was assaulted
Yes, sir.
in this event. And this states in the probable cause affidavit that that you had attempted suicide by ingesting pills. That's what they understood. Due to your condition, you were restrained in the hospital and sedated to receive the treatment. Apparently, when you woke up from sedation, then the assault that resulted in this occurred. But this says that you were in the hospital allegedly attempting suicide by ingesting pills, which it kind of contradicts the other things. But what are we going to do here? Mr. Adams, I got a trial I got to go into here in a minute.
What's the decision? Do you want a 3-year cap or not?
I would ask for probation. I have, I didn't commit suicide.
No, you didn't commit suicide. But it was attempted. That's what it says. You attempted to do.
They put me in a helicopter to get there, and I don't remember any of that. I have severe PTSD for drowning, and they had that thing in my throat. I don't understand how I could hurt somebody when I'm.
Yeah, what do you want to do today?
So do you want the 3-year cap or do you want to set it for trial? That's what the judge is asking.
Dr. Grapan has done the evaluations and all and deemed him to be competent, and also that he is
Right.
he can move forward. But it's your call.
It's your-
If you don't have a decision, it just set it for trial.
I would ask for the probation.
This testimony from the wife is heartbreaking and damning. She describes her husband denying his prescribed medications in jail, landing him on life support for 11 days. She even had to perform CPR to keep him alive after seizures triggered cardiac arrest. These aren't minor medical complaints. These are life or death emergencies. But legally, here's the issue. Probation requires compliance, stability, and public safety. If a defendant's condition puts them at constant medical risk, probation becomes a gamble not just for them, but for the system. This raises a chilling question. When medical fragility collides with criminal charges, who truly bears the risk? The defendant or society?
If you take the 3 year out, probation is an option up to 3 years.
Look, you need to talk to him some more. He doesn't sound like he understands really all of his options.
I talked with him again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a week to
That's fine.
figure this out, okay? All right.
You don't talk. You okay, bro?
What are you doing? You're shaking? Do you need some kind of medicine? Like, Lindsay, do you need to take your medicine or something?
Ma'am.
Where is it? Where is the medicine? Does your wife have it?
It's in our vehicle.
Your vehicle? Okay.
Do
Here, we're gonna bring you, we're gonna sit you down.
we need to hear it? We're good, I'm taking my son.
Okay.
Just take my son.
He says he's got his medicine in the vehicle?
No, sir, it's at the house. He's not going to take his estimate till 12. He had to 8 o'clock. The last time he was in Jefferson County Jail, though, he wound up on life support. from
Why?
Seizures.
What happened? On
They-
seizures?
Yes, sir. They were supposed to give him a certain kind of medication. You can only take the one. They didn't have it available. They wouldn't let me drop it off. And he wound up on life support in Baptist for 11 days.
So they wouldn't accept the medicine that he was
Yeah.
prescribed?
Mhm.
And
I had all the bottles and everything. They didn't take it. I wound up speaking to
somebody at the jail?
Major Guillory.
What'd they say?
She said if it was up to her, he wouldn't even have been there. She would have PR bonded him out, but she wasn't allowed to because it was an assault. But he actually wound up on, he had like 11 back-to-back convulsions.
What's the medicine he's taking? Do you
He
know?
takes, yeah, Vimpat.
How much does he have to take?
He
And
takes
how?
Vimpat twice a day. He takes glucosamide twice a day. And
Who is it that prescribed that? what doctor?
His doctor over here in Beaumont.
Who's that?
I can't, I'm nervous. I can't
That's okay.
think of her name. And I could get.
What was his diagnosis? What did they diagnose him with?
He's got traumatic brain injury.
How did that occur?
He had
And that's where today's hearing ends, with the judge granting a 1-week reset to stabilize the defendant and revisit options. The big picture? He faces a potential 3-year cap, probation, or trial, but his medical struggles complicate everything. This case reveals the razor's edge court's walk between justice and compassion, balancing the seriousness of assault charges against undeniable health crises. What do you think? Should his condition weigh heavier than the crime itself, or does accountability come first? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
a head-on collision somewhere.
From the wreck he was talking about?
Yes, sir. A young man hit him, went on the.
When was that?
December of 22.
Okay.
So since then, he's progressively got worse. He's got frontal temporal lobe damage. Sometimes the seizures are so bad, I've had to do CPR on him to save him.
Okay.
He
Well-
goes into respiratory and then cardiac arrest.
Well, you need to take care of obviously his medicine so he gets stabilized. Dr. Rapon is evaluated. It says he's clear to go forward.
And his
So,
medications that he was on that day, I was in the hospital.
okay.
The medications he was on that day, when he was coming out of that, off the life support of they had given him fentanyl, they had given him, and the medications he tried to commit suicide on are all prescribed medications. It wasn't straight medication.
Okay.
It wasn't straight drugs. It was.
Well, we're gonna bring him back in a week and see how he's doing and stabilize, and then we can talk about the options that I have, which can include probation and but if I put him on probation, it's gonna have to be,
He's on
really
probation
medically-
for Angelina County.
man,
He is on probation in Angelina County.
For what?
Doing very well.
for what?
Deferred,
No, for what was the crime?
burglary of the habitat.
Well. Yeah.
They gave him the 10 years probation. which he's doing.
You can't be,
very well.
you can't be
That was
committing
something that
crimes.
happened 4 years ago.
I know, but nonetheless,
I understand.
yeah,
But he's not.
he's loading up on,
Consider that he was.
he's loading up on some problems. And if they put him on probation, if it gets revoked, I mean, if we put him on probation here, I mean, those can get revoked and then stacked on top of each other, and he's in prison for a long time. It's just gotta, we gotta figure out what's,
The ones who've done.
ma'am?
The ones.
Hmm?
The ones who've done.
Yeah, yeah, we got, well, it's the medication or something.
He doesn't.
We need to get
He
stabilized.
can't charge anyone. He can't do anything. We
No,
have to take care of him all the time with the essentials. All the rest is always.
But-
I'm putting.
He didn't.
But he's out in the
he
public.
Remember anything that happened.
I know, but he's out in the public, and that's,
He's not out in the public without me. He can't go anywhere.
what happened in the probation office? Were you there? When he was in the probation office and taking his clothes off?
That's,
Well, I
that
was
was
telling you about-
my husband. That's the different, that was the first gentleman we saw.
Oh,
That's not.
sorry.
That was.
Sorry, I got mixed up.
My husband's clothes are on all the time.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I know. I just said, I know.
But he's got medication that he's
He
been,
does. I take him to all the
do you ensure that he gets, that he
Absolutely.
takes, okay, that's important.
I'm a nurse myself and I take care of him.
I'm sure everybody's on.
We're gonna come back in a week.
Yes,
And
well,
try to figure out where, here, somebody needs to reset him. Thank you.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
David Gross.